If you are a voter in the state of Louisiana, you probably are suffering from a bit of whiplash today after recent court decisions regarding gerrymandering. Check this out.
On the high-profile redistricting fight in Louisiana, earlier today, the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals ruled that the state legislative maps violate the Voting Rights Act. But we just learned the entire case was put on hold. But after the ruling was handed down, a different Fifth Circuit judge came in and halted the panel's ruling. According to the Attorney General, the case is now paused.
So why is voter rights on hold in Louisiana? Because of a case that's still pending in the Supreme Court that's going to determine whether or not the original required 2 black majority district maps are legal or not. Originally, back in 2022, the legislature of Louisiana had decided that we only needed 1 district that represented the 1/3 population of minority people within the state. That's right, if you didn't live in this one specific district, your vote as a person of color really didn't matter for shit. Scotus had said, that's not going to work, and we're going to support this federal court saying that you need to draw up a 2nd district, and we'll figure out later if that's legal or not. Well, it's now later. In Louisiana versus Calais, this is where the Supreme Court is going to decide if the Voting Rights Act has any bite left or not, and if it doesn't look good for other people in different states, specifically Texas. And as I mentioned before, the state of Louisiana, 1/3 of the population is African American. 1/3. And they feel that only 1 district was necessary to represent 1/3 of the population. Yeah, exactly. You're like me, that this is not legal. This is why we still need the Voting Rights Act, because we cannot trust states to do the right thing. I mean, just look at how we had a bunch of angry non-person of color voters suing the state when 2 districts were required to be drawn up instead of just 1. Like I said, self-righteous and their Sunday best, and every day at dinner they're praying for a whiter tomorrow. But we need to keep a close eye on this particular case, Louisiana versus Calais, because this could decide the fate of the vote in America going forward, in discrimination and gerrymandering. Because this essentially, if the Supreme Court knocks this down, we're looking at open hunting season on our democracy. Count that in along with Trump's plans for a census that will actually count all of the people presently physically within the United States and only citizens. Yeah, we're going to see a very skewed demographic of people and representation in this country.